Now, the thing is, though, you're right. The same three people have been saying the same thing for 15 years, though, right? So, could it be Ben King or the guy who attacked me on base, right? I mean, what would you think by now if the same three people are interfering with your life and your dating life? And this is what gay people say to get you to be gay with them. You would molest children if you were to have them with a woman. You would also not be able to find a girl to even like you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. These are the main themes of these three people with three different accounts or more who keep coming after me like they're not the same personality types coming after me too, right? Now, if you're sneaking around me or not, right? All right, you have your reasons. But with this world, money talks, and if you ain't got the money, they ain't got the time. And I ain't got the money, so they ain't got the time. And all I'm doing is, buying what I need in life, right? They're like that about you too. If they give you money, they want you to spend it anyway. So I'm doing that too, right? They don't want you to really save it or anything. They want you to spend it as soon as you get it. And with my income, that's what I got to do every month, right? But what people don't understand about people like this is they're in the closet about it as well. They might have a trophy wife. They might have but they won't come out, right? As fully gay either. So they're playing like they're bisexual, right? And what they really mean is they prefer men over women. Now, I don't even have a liking for men that way, right? But I can't tell them that because they know everything, right? It's the point, too, right? Well, I know everything they're saying, too, and I don't agree with them, but there again, what they're trying to do here is also make me so lonely, right? That they want me to give in to their desire for me, right? I ain't. It's really what it is. Now, here's the thing. If John never had a wife, John the beloved and divine, right? That's his life forever. Every time he is here, if he dies a virgin without having sex, he's always a virgin who dies on Patmos without having sex. But that's his own Jewish mind confused about Christ because of other people's influence in his life who made him think he wasn't worthy to find a woman. Same point with the gay people. They don't think they deserve a woman or to have a child, right, with a woman. No. And that's two of the things they attack each other with to keep themselves gay. Molesting children, which you can molest a male child or a female child, dumbass, and it's still child molestation if they're under the age of consent. Yeah, yeah. And at the same time, right, they're talking about me molesting girls, right? Why? Because I had a girlfriend in the third grade when I was a little boy and kissed her. Well, most third grade boys don't do that. Why? Because I'm a nobody, yet I had 17 women in my time in the military up until I moved to 185A Smith Avenue to have sex with me, and I had sex with a woman in 11 years that I can remember. I don't know what happened at the salon, just that I lost an hour amount of time. And somebody don't want me to remember what I did with the girl, if we went into the bathroom or not, right? But I'm sure with the way they're behaving, we did. We at least went into the bathroom. And they don't want me to know what we did, right? Okay, I don't know what we did. I don't know what we did. But I know we did something you don't want me to remember. She might remember it fine, right? But you'll get rid of her and try to replace her with someone else who looks a little different and think I won't know the difference, right? Oh, I know the difference between her and another Vietnamese girl as well. But like I said, I can't be faithful to her or unfaithful to her if you remove her from the equation, right? And I'm still single and she can't be with me, right? But that one time we might have been together. You know that means too, right? You're forbidding the relationship, not me and the girl. I don't even know why, because she didn't say nothing about being the guy's daughter. Not that that would come up with just a normal nail job. You wouldn't even think to ask her any of that. So how do you know she's his daughter? And I never even heard of that while doing the nail job either. And if we went to the bathroom or not, and that's why I lost the hour of time, right? I can only say all I know about the situation is I lost the hour of time. And I don't know what happened in between the nail job, if we were in the bathroom or not. But that's the only place we can go for privacy, right? To talk about anything, right? Now, believe it or not, if she was his daughter and you know about it, you're stalking me. Yeah. Yeah. Now, I also can't even dial my mom's number without some guy who appears to have cloned her number, right, answering the phone and playing dumb like he don't know this is my mom's number. And that's what I'm telling her. I'm trying to protect her from these idiots. And she don't want to believe me because it's easier to believe them over her son. My doctors either. They're trying to make me look crazy to them, and they don't have to believe me. And that's the problem too, right? And all you can do is try to tell them, and if they'll listen, they'll listen. If they won't, they won't, right? Exactly the point, right? It's like when you call the police and something weird happened with your keychain and you know you didn't do it, but you can't prove who did. Or you find a cigarette butt and there's not a cigarette butt in your yard. And you don't smoke. And you don't smoke. And it's in your house. And it's in your house. And you know if something sticky was on your flip-flop type shoes, right? It wouldn't have just came off with one cigarette. Either it would still be there if you look on the bottom of your shoe, and you'll be able to find it still. If it picked up just one cigarette anyway. Or someone was in your house illegally, and that's all you can tell them. They're breaking and entering, but not stealing anything, right? So you tell them that too, right? But all they can do is do a drive-by. They can't put a 24-hour surveillance on me just because someone's breaking in or not. And again, they got real lives outside of me too, right? The police are doing what they can with the police force they have, right? They have, right? And even some of them make mistakes, and it's hard for them to admit their mistakes, so they don't want to be seen in a bad light as being human. But you're human. And if you don't admit you're human, you're acting like one being and who taught us good and evil. Well, like I said, the thing about good and evil is it is to the person that's being done to wrong. You cannot call evil good or good evil because evil is the opposite of good, and you can have an opposite of good, right? Something you're not supposed to do anyway. Or if you do it, you have to do it with the other person's permission, right? And again, yet you don't have to get someone's permission or there wouldn't be the crime of rape, right? Or murder, or assault, or stealing. Right? Now, it's like with the caveman bashing the girl over the head with a damn club, right? Right. And having his way with her when she's knocked out. It ain't any different if you're on a ship full of guys and they're doing the same thing to you or not, right? But once you're out, you're out. You don't know what happens after that. Now, the thing is, if you are code redding me, you got to at least put me back in my bunk so that when they find me, it looks like I got bruises and died in my sleep or something. Right? Right. Because, of course, you can't code red me in the sleeping quarters of the ship because there's other people around and they would know if something's going on, right? It's like in A Few Good Men with the code red there, right? Unless you're all in on it, right? to everyone I'm sleeping around. But this is still hypothetical if you have amnesia of that too. Right. Until the fall. Which 3 stories can either hurt you or not, depending on your training level, right? Now, I'm not saying the female lead in Ninja 3 to Domination jumped literally 3 stories or 2.25 stories from the, was it a car lot or something? Not a car lot, but a parking garage. That's it. Okay. In the movie, she jumps from some kind of 3-story parking garage or something. And that's what I'm talking about, too. Now, happenstance put me in a 3-story barracks, which was originally for the females, right? But they built them a more, what's the word? A better barracks, right? Somewhere on base, right? And again, they, right, badger you, not the women, you know what I mean? The guys who want you to be gay with them, and you won't be gay with them. Now, I don't know if they're so devious to try and use a female first, right? And then still knock me out, where I don't know I was with the female or them, right? But it's the point by now, too. No guy from time I go to sleep to the time I wake up can get into my house. I won't even let a guy in, not Myron, not David, not any of my old friends. Because you don't expect them to even show up if you ain't seen them in a while. Not Dion, not any of my cousins, not... No male can get into my house at night. Right? But a female can't. That's what I mean about, are they trying to lure me out with a female and trying to shoot me or attack me again, right? Now, it can't prove you something you can't believe in. But if I believe in it, and I'm the only one experiencing it, of course, again, you can label me as mentally ill or schizophrenic. But only God knows what's really going on when I'm blacked out from that point on. And the thing is, okay, even Poe's being stupid because I had the red eye since 2017, fool. Unless the coronavirus lasts 2 damn years or more. 3 years, actually. Actually. No, it's not from that, Poe. Are you stupid like them? Or are you the security guard who's kind of acting ambiguous now, right? I don't know. But see, you're still ambiguously gay towards me, yeah. I don't know if you're really trying to help me or not. When I don't know that, I can't trust you either. But I do know by now, gay people are trying to take over the world and make everybody gay. What do you think their real agenda is? No. If they say it's not a choice, that's also what a rapist says before he rapes you. Ladies. But evil triumphs when good people do nothing, right? Too. You don't speak out against it, right? You don't make up a story saying, well, I was on the couch and my ex-wife was in the bedroom with her daughter. How could she have even come in there to me, right? And even if she did, I would be suspicious of that and bring her back to her, no matter what I did with her in the meantime, right? Whether she woke me up on the couch, whether I thought she needed to go to the bathroom or something, and then tried to help her go to the bathroom. Either way, that's the worst I would do. Is trying to help her out if she came in there to me or not. Now, you also would think if she comes in there, she could wake up her mom. You're not sure if you're in a separate part of the house, right? But like I said, she's telling on herself if it's her. If it's someone on base, he's telling on himself, right? If it's Sal or his ex-wife or girlfriend or fiance or whatever she is down to him, right? Or her lover on the side, even. I don't know. But there again, her lover on the side could be the guy on base. I don't know. See, I don't know all about this, right? I'm having to guess, right? And when you guess, that's when you get confused, right? But that's what I mean about Amanda. Amanda could come to me, right? Because I don't know what she looks like. But if she says, I'm Amanda Bliss, I'm saying, okay, right? How you doing? I'm be like Joey, right? You look good, baby. What's up? But it don't mean I know I was actually with her if they're interfering with me to this level. And then if she has a child for me, she has to protect the child over me, over you. But I'm telling her if you do, let the child know I'm her dad so she don't play lots starters with me when she's older, right? And that's because I don't do that, you know what I mean? I don't try to sleep with my own children or, someone I'm directly related to, right? You don't sleep with your sisters, you don't sleep with your aunts, your uncles, right? Your grandmas, right? But when you're around crazy people, Mima Kemp and Mima Lancaster, you don't know how to deal with their insanity, and they think what they're doing is normal, right? Even if it's not. That's the problem, too. And that's because that's all they knew their whole lives, right? They don't know better. Like Jesus said on the cross, forgive them, Father, they know not what they do, right? Half the stuff you're doing, you don't know what you're doing because someone changed it early on within the first 300 years of the church, right? And when they changed it, you didn't know they changed it. So they start evangelizing similarly but differently than the disciples, but promoting their version of Christianity, which ain't the full version, which ain't the full version anymore. Right. But see, unless you read it all, no one knows, right? It's like the letter killeth, but the spirit giveth life. Why? I know. Because the letter is just what they thought happened, right? From their perspective, too. Mm-hmm. And the letter can also be edited by someone, like Peter. Mm-hmm. Now, the reason he's editing it, though, is he's being carnal towards what he considers pigs and dogs, right? Gentiles. But even Isaiah says the days will come when you slaughter a lamb, it is as if you killed a dog. When you slaughter an ox, it is as if you killed a pig. And what do you think that means? Well, they're going to probably want you to go back to also being pure vegetarians and things like that. Also, because the more the population gets larger, the harder it is to produce food for that population. And we're just multiplying like rabbits. Another reason for the virus is to keep you away from each other. And keep you around your family and friends, right? And what do you think that means, right? Well, it means basically you're cut off from everyone else. And especially if you are a disabled veteran who lives alone and you can't find a female roommate, which is the only roommate you would allow. Mm-hmm. Now, my friend, though, who stayed with me a few days, Teresa stayed with me for 2 years. Amanda stayed with me for 3 to 4 months, right? Where she got her ass in trouble with me and my family, right? And again, right? You can't say no women have stayed with me. I don't know. Though it was her and Mike, but that means she didn't trust me by herself, right? And I understand why with all that I was dealing with YouTube and Teresa and her Latin lover and all that. Anyway. But if you're believing the lie, you're not my friend. You're just trying to get a quick buck and a quick, easy place to stay, right? Which is how I found the car you tried to steal. They could have got you for grand theft, I know. If I had pressed charges, right? I just didn't because I lent you the car, and that was my stupidity to trust you. After you blew up the engine of the other car, putting over 30,000 miles. That car didn't even have 15 on it. When I gave it to you, when you blew up the engine, honey, it had over 45,000 miles in less than 2 to 3 months that you drove it. That means you put over at least almost 8 to 9,000 miles a month on the car. That's why my mom don't want you around me anymore. Mm-hmm. That's why you gotta go to them before you can come around me again. And that's on you. When you do someone wrong, AA, okay, Alcoholics Anonymous, says you got to atone for what you did wrong. You gotta admit you did it, right? Right. Now, all I can admit with the stepdaughter is I was asleep on the couch. And if she come in there to me, I must have brought her back to her mom, or she didn't come in there to me at all. And you're making me make up a story. Either way. But I'm not making up something that couldn't have been misconstrued as sexual, but it's not sexual. I was trying to help her pee, and she didn't go to the bathroom or something, and then I had to see if she had already peed, and then maybe I smelled a little something, thought she needed a bath, but that's not criminal. No, it's not criminal. See, even though I'm the new stepdad, I can still do certain things with my stepdaughter, like the stepmom, if she's watching her during the day, Daphne. Come on. You gotta. She might even have known if the girl was potty trained or not, but she would still have to take her to the bathroom, maybe pull down her underwear, things like that. Come on, get real. Plus, it's late at night. I'm about time to go to sleep. And since dinner, has she been to the bathroom? No, no. So that's all I would be thinking there. In story one or story two, which story one could have led to story two, if she's just kind of there in my face and I'm not sure what's going on. Right? Though first she's got to wake me up. You know what I mean? If she's in there with her mom and can't wake her up, her mom's trying to use her as bait. I mean, come on, make up your mind. What's really going on here, right? Because see, she's with her for the reason I told you in the first place. We were fighting before all this, right? I was in Bethesda for 2 weeks, right? She wanted to go get her daughter, but I had to be back by Monday. She didn't talk to me about all that, all her plans, right? And I didn't know, right? She had 2 weeks off, right? To stay in Arkansas. Well, she didn't tell me none of that because she forgot I was in Bethesda. Well, you got to set that up with me so I can go with you because I got to put in for leave, right? I didn't even put in for leave, Daphne. So guess who had to be back by Monday, and that's why I'm riding through the mountains faster. There was a reason. I'm thinking, I got to be back by Monday, right? Morning. And all I can do is explain it to whoever this person is, what was going on in my mind versus my ex-wife's mind as well, right? These are facts that are coming out now, too, because we still talk to each other. We still have a rapport, right? Now, I'm trying to keep her out of it, too, because they won't stop talking about it. And I don't think it's her, because she don't want it coming out. Either way, whether it happened or not, you know what I mean? That's just too, much information for her to deal with, and you're making me make it up, and that's probably bothering her, too, right? And why wouldn't it? You're trying to make me think I did something with her that she would know one way or the other if it happened or not. But you wouldn't know if I told you on base when I fell. That's what it's kind of looking like, too. I told someone on base and had to get down from the window ledge, right? Which there's only two ways. You either jump from the window ledge itself or you lower yourself down another body length and try to get in the window below. There's two ways, though. There's not one. There's not one. You also might could have tried to get back on the roof, but that would involve swinging back up like you did to get onto the roof in the first place, because there's no direct access to the roof, right? So I used the gymnastic move, or the ninja move, that's in Stephen Hayes' books. They used the gymnastic move called a once-over, right? With the bar. You go around the bar once, right? And it's really more to get momentum and get up, right? On the bar. It's not to do a full rotation either. I know. But it can also help you get onto a roof if you're playing ninja. Though not trained in Japan, but trained through books from someone claiming to be associated with the Grand Master in Japan. And that's all you can say about it, too. You don't embellish what it is. It's not like I went over there to Japan and studied under Dr. Hitsumi anyway, right? I would never say that, right? But what they're doing to me might have involved Jesus and God, Dr. Hitsumi. Where they had to resurrect me from the dead, like in Ninja 3 Domination. I'm not saying they shot me or anything, because we would be on base. You can't just shoot someone who fell 3 stories, or could have fell 3 stories anyway. But you can make it look like they were injured in the fall. Right. But you can also go overboard with that. And injure me how? Too much. Right. That's where Jesus and God stepped in. Right. The real one that I'm learning about that are androgynous, like you were talking about, or Stephen K. Hayes was talking about the male and female factor in ninjutsu, that the ninja males acknowledge that part of the mystique of ninjutsu is they're being able to acknowledge the male and female within us all. Even the female sperm from the male creates the female, and the male sperm from the male creates the male. So we're all androgynous in a way and been lied to about it because people are focusing on the form. And they have a form of godliness but deny the power thereof, Pastor Thomas. But the male and female are one in Christ Jesus, Pastor Thomas. This is how. Heaven and earth are one. Through who? Christ Jesus our Lord. Right. And lady. Even if he's male and female. Even if he could be all three. Androgynous male and female. Fully androgynous. Which means breast of a woman, but breasted enough. Shaddai. Right, Jews? Y'all figure it out from here.